everybody, I'm Anna. I'm one of the two mythical unicorns on this channel, and today I will be doing my last review for our Judging Books by Their Covers mini series. And my last book is The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, and I left this for last on purpose because this one was the one that I had the highest hopes for. If you've seen the previous videos, you know that I love the covers, and from the back I was very intrigued and I was excited to read this. It met the expectations. This is my first book that I read by Victoria Schwab, and there's been this whole big thing about her, and Michelle has been laughing at me because I didn't know who she was. And I get it now. Okay, I've joined the Schwab hype train. I have joined the hype train. This was amazing. I absolutely loved it, and I loved it so much. It took me 2 days to read because I had other stuff to do, and then I went and bought this the same day that I finished this one. This is the sequel if you didn't get it. They're kind of similar. And I finished this one in 2 days, so I finished this one yesterday. So that is how much I like this one. And this one is about Kate Harker and August Flynn, who they live in Verity, or August Flynn. We're just gonna call him August from now on. August lives in Verity, and Kate has been sent around to different boarding schools the last few years. Her mom died in a car accident and her dad wanted her safe, he said, so he sent her away to different boarding schools, which she has been kicked out of because she misbehaves, and she starts fights and vandalization. And at the last school, which is where we begin, she burns down a chapel. So the nuns kick her out too. They are fed up with her. They've had enough. And she is finally allowed to come home. And that is what she wants. She just wants her father's acceptance and approval, and she wants to be part of the family business, which is running monsters and making sure they don't kill the wrong people. And if they kill the wrong people, aka the ones who have protection, then you have to keep it quiet. That is what the Harkers do. And then we have August, who wants to be a good guy, and his father is the opposite of Kate's. So he is fighting for people's safety. People's safety, to keep them from monsters, because in this world the monsters are real, and they are born from people's bad actions like murder and that kind of stuff, and depending on what kind of sin you have committed, there are different monsters. From the back it says about August that he wants to be good-hearted, but his curse is to be what the humans fear. And by that I thought that he was not exactly a good guy, that maybe he had anger management issues, or that he had done some mistakes and now everyone feared him, or something like that. But no, he's actually a monster, or that is what they call. He's a Sunai, and was born from a school massacre, is my take on it. That is how I interpret what happened. So he looks like he's 17, but he has actually only existed for 4 years. And he has a big brother and a big sister who are both Sunai as well, and the Flynns have adopted these Sunais as their own children, and they live as a family. And the Sunais, they feed on sinners' souls. So if you've committed a crime which have created a monster, the Sunais will eat your soul. Depending on how you see it, he might be a good guy because he eliminates the bad guys, but killing is like not really a good thing. But I think he's a good guy. He wants to be a good guy, and he's really kind, and he wants to be nice to people and wants to do something good in the world, and he wants to be human. So the two of them start the same school. Kate, because she wanted to be relocated and come back home, and August, who has been kind of homeschooled. He's just been at home. He is placed in the same school to look after Kate and keep an eye on her, keep tabs on her, so the Flynns know what the Harkers are up to. And because the Harkers and the Flynn are controlling 1/2 of the city each, because that is how they decided to do it after the terrible war. And I don't really know how it works outside of Verity, how big this world is and what has happened outside of Verity. I think that it said something about that this used to be the United States where Verity is, and I don't really know what happened outside. You get some knowledge later on, especially in the second book, on what happens outside of Verity, but like whole world perspective, we have no idea. Because all catastrophes happen in the United States, and that is where they survive. What happens to the rest of the world is irrelevant. This is not a critique on Schwab, it's just that is what tends to happen in books and movies, because a lot of things come from the United States. So anyways, so what we know is that the Harkers control one part of the city and the Flynns control the other part of the city, and that is how things are done. But now, after I think it's 6 years, the peace is starting to crumbling and things are not working as well as they used to. So that is why August is gonna keep tabs on Kate. And they kind of get to know each other and stuff happens, and it's very interesting and it's fun, and sometimes it's sad and heartbreaking, and it's a really good book. And there are 2 point of views. It's Flynn's, August's, and then it's Kate's, and it switches between them. And I said in the last review I made for this series that it was good switching between the point of views, but this one is even better. This is perfect. A lot of the time it switches when they are together. So maybe you came there with August but then you leave with Kate, or the other way around. So it's really smooth with the switching. I think there's a better word than switching, but I can't think of any right now. There are also passages where we get to follow Kate for quite a long time, and then we get to follow August for quite a long time. So it doesn't switch back and forth all the time. We get to keep going with one of them for quite a while before it switches. And when it switches, normally it's when they are together. I really enjoyed that, because sometimes you can be left hanging and you just want to continue with one point of view and you really don't care about the other ones. But this one, she did it very well, and I just went through it really fast and it was so good. So yeah, the only problem I have with this book, yes, I only have one problem. I'm not gonna tear this book apart because it was good. I'm gonna leave it good. The only problem is the back, which has nothing to do what's inside, but they write about something and that doesn't happen until like almost halfway in the book. And that kind of annoys me, because you can write a good backside without revealing what happens halfway in the book. And especially with this book, there's so much interesting stuff happening before this event. So if you haven't read the book, you decide to read it for whatever reason, don't read the back, because I just think that's a spoiler, really, the last part of this one. Just go for it instead. And now I think I will go into the spoilers. I think I've said everything that is not the spoilery part. So I'm gonna go into spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, I suggest you do it because it's really good. If you have read the book, or if you just don't care about spoilers, please stay. So I am a huge romantic, if anyone has missed that. Maybe if this is your first video. First love, romance, that is my thing. I love it. That is what I live for. That is what I do. And this one did not have romance, lovey-dovey, and it was still so good. I got a bit skeptical when I found out that August was a Sunai, and how is this gonna work with everything and relationships in whatever form. Is this just gonna be awkward and weird? But no, they actually form a really nice bond and they become friends, and it was so good and was so nice to read it about this great kind of weird friendship that forms, and they don't really realize that it's happening until the end. I really like that part, because otherwise a lot of YA fantasy is like there's only love and that is what it's all about. So I thought this was really nice change of pace. What I thought was not as good and kind of sad was that Kate shoots a man at the end of the book because she thinks he's a threat and that he's gonna kill them both, because August is kind of out of commission and it's up to her to defend them, and she shoots a guy and then her soul becomes red, and I think that is really unfair. I don't even know, I kind of got upset and was stressful, and so I might have missed a few details. So he wasn't really a bad guy, but still he was intruding, and he was entering the house without permission. That is not allowed. That is against the law. And, yeah, she did not unlock the door, but he still just went straight inside, which is not okay. So I think it's unfair. I think there are some people that agree with me that it's really unfair that her soul turned red, but it's still nice that she made a mistake, and August, who is the monster who is supposed to reap souls of those who have committed crimes and sin, and he forgives her, and he still thinks of her as a person, and I think that is really nice. And even though they go their separate ways at the end, she leaves Verity and he stays, I still think that their connection will be there, and they found something in each other that is a comfort and a safety, security thing in themselves, and they have each other, and I think that is really nice. He killed his own brother to protect Kate, sort of. I think I took it as the main reason that he killed Leo was to protect Kate. I mean, Leo had gone off the rails, and he was really mad about Ilsa because Ilsa had been murdered, and Leo was like, yeah, well, she got in the way, too bad, sorry. I mean, that was obviously also a really big part. I take back the part about Kate being the main thing. I think those two were like the main things, and Leo had just gone off the rails, and I feel so bad for August that he had to kill his own brother, and he has to live with his soul inside of him, and he has to go home to his parents and tell his parents that, well, my brother killed my sister and now it's only me left. Sorry. Because I killed my brother, and that's really sad. But Ilsa came through, she survived, so that was really good, and that made me really happy because I liked Ilsa and I liked the relationship she and August had, and I loved the cat. Oh my god, I have not said anything about the cat. I love the cat. I love cats. So when there is a cat in a book, it is bonus points. Like, you automatically get a higher grade and a better opinion from me. The cat is amazing, and the cat can tell if you're good or bad. So the cat doesn't like Leo, but it loves Ilsa. And depending on August's mood and what happens, the cat either likes him or doesn't like him. So that kind of shows if he's on the right track or not, which I think that is a really smart way to show him when he's getting off track and when he's failing. Maybe not failing, but straying from the path that he wants to go down, I guess. So this was really good and I was really excited. I am not gonna do a separate review for our dark duet, but I will spoil now because I think I just need to say this, that I did love the book. Yeah, so I love the book. If you have not read it, like, bye, you can leave now, because now I will spoil. I will not do the review. So I really liked this book as well, and how they continue to evolve, and I'm a bit torn at the kiss and the kind of romantic feelings, like what happened there. I was so excited about a beautiful friendship and all that entailed without the romantic love. So when the kiss happened, I was torn. Because it's still, like, love is a beautiful thing. And I really liked that he discovered that maybe he didn't have to play to reap souls. Maybe he could do other things with his music. And I would have loved a third book just to see where he can take that with the music and how that would play out. No pun intended. I did not have any other way to say it. What I did not like is that both Kate and Ilsa died, and now he's kind of lonely. And his dad is dying because he is sick. Thank God that Colin survived, because now he has a friend at least. but yeah, that made me really sad, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, so it made me really sad. That was not okay. That is the reason I've had a hard time picking up books that I don't know what they are about. Like, either I've read them before or I know the end, because it just breaks my heart when people die. I know that people have to die in certain books and if there's war and stuff, but don't kill all of his favorite people. I still will buy more books of Victoria Schwab, and I will hope that she does not do this to me any more times. So that was it. I just had to get it off my chest that I was really sad about the fact that he lost both his best friend and maybe something more. That is not important. He lost Kate, who he was fighting for, and was kind of his reason to stay good and helped him navigate. And then he also lost his sister, who he also had a very special relationship to, and that just made me sad, and I had to say that. We're gonna try to make this happy. The books were good. The books were good, okay? Try to keep it happy now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, please do that as well. And until next time, bye!